AIT for refusing to split my dad's inheritance with my sister after she opted out years ago. I, 34F, lost my dad in March. He had been dealing with chronic health issues for about a decade: heart failure, diabetes, kidney problems. By the end, he was in and out of the hospital almost every month. I was his main caregiver, the one driving him to appointments, sitting with him through dialysis, helping him pay bills when he couldn't manage. I'm married, no kids yet, and live about 25 minutes from Dad's place. My sister Emma, 31F, lives 3 states away with her husband and 2 kids, 7M and 5F. Our childhoods were complicated. Dad was strict, sometimes harsh. He wasn't abusive, but he had very high expectations: grades, chores, sports, you name it. I was the classic golden child who tried to please him. Emma was more of the free spirit. For context, Emma and Dad's relationship has always been rocky. They butted heads constantly in high school. When she was 19, she moved across the country, saying she needed space to breathe. The first couple of years, she barely called. She'd show up at Christmas sometimes not. The big fight happened about 6 years ago. Emma came back for Thanksgiving, and they clashed over money. She was behind on rent and asked Dad for a loan. He offered to help only if she'd let him look at her finances and make a budget. Emma blew up, accused him of being controlling, and shouted, and I quote, "I don't want your money. Keep your inheritance. I don't need you or your strings." Dad shouted back, "Fine. Don't expect a dime when I'm gone." It was ugly. She stormed out, didn't return for Christmas that year, and contact was spotty after that. When Dad's health declined further, I tried to get Emma to visit. I called, texted, emailed. She always had reasons. The kids are in school. We can't afford flights. It's too depressing. I get it, life is hard, but she didn't even FaceTime him. By the time Dad went into hospice, he didn't ask about her anymore. When he passed, I organized the funeral. Emma did show up for that, which was the first time I'd seen her in years. She cried a lot at the service, but barely spoke to me. Afterward, when we sat down with the lawyer, Dad's will was simple. His house, modest but fully paid off. To me, his truck. To me, savings, around $120,000 after expenses. To me, no mention of Emma. The lawyer even said Dad updated his will after the Thanksgiving blow-up, specifically removing her. After the reading, Emma pulled me aside. She said, "Obviously you're going to split it, right?" Half-half? I told her no, that Dad's wishes were clear. She looked stunned and said, "You don't seriously think he meant that fight literally, do you?" People say things they don't mean. Emma argued that she's broke. Her husband was laid off last year. She just lost her job, and they're behind on rent, and she has 2 kids who deserve stability. She said, this money would mean a safe home for them. She accused me of being greedy, saying, "You and your husband already own a house. You don't need Dad's." She argued that Dad was unfair, and that I'm just carrying out his bitterness. My points. Dad was crystal clear in his will. I'm the one who actually cared for him for years. Emma barely called, let alone visited. I sacrificed time, money, and sleep to take care of him. Why should she get the same as me when she didn't lift a finger? It's not my fault she made choices that led to financial struggles. The fight escalated until she cried and said I was punishing her children for her mistakes. She left early, and we haven't spoken directly since. Now it's turned into a family drama circus, my mom's stance. I know your father could be stubborn, but you need to do the right thing. Give Emma at least some money. Don't let this tear the family apart. My aunts and uncles are half split. Some say it's Emma's fault and I should honor the will. The other half say, be the bigger person. Family matters more than money. As for cousins, some of them are commenting on Emma's Facebook posts, where she's writing vague things like, "It hurts when your own blood chooses money over family." Now I'm getting messages calling me selfish. Meanwhile, my husband says we should stand firm. He points out that Emma didn't even call Dad during hospice and that she's suddenly family first, only now that money's on the table. I'll admit, though, I feel conflicted. The inheritance would make a huge difference for her kids. I don't need it as much as she does, even though I definitely like the security. But it feels like spitting on all the nights I sat in hospital chairs and all the appointments I rearranged my life for. I keep going back and forth. Am I holding on to Dad's grudge? Or am I simply respecting his clear wishes?